Hey guys, Brad from Roto Heat back at it with another 2020 player outlook. This time we're talking the entire Baltimore Ravens backfield. And don't forget, if you've been enjoying all this amazing free content the rotoheat.com team's been putting up here on YouTube, because it isn't just me, I may be the face of this, but there are tons of guys working behind the scenes getting you all the amazing fantasy content that you could ask for. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and that notification icon so you can stay up to date with every 2020 player outlook, every live stream. We do it nightly, as well as anything that's coming down the pike as we get close to that 2020 season kickoff.
Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire.
All right, now on to the meat and potatoes of this thing. The Ravens' backfield produced more rushing yards than the entire passing offense. 3,296 rushing yards between Mark Ingram, Lamar Jackson. He had a little Gus Edwards sprinkled in there, and some rookie Justice Hill, which people seem to forget all of a sudden now that they've drafted JK Dobbins. This is a backfield that is really going to drive you crazy as a fantasy owner. The name to own this year is going to be Ingram. He was the guy to own last year. He's been a producer, quietly producing everywhere he's gone. He last year had a solid stat line. This year he'll have a solid stat line. Look at, if you've watched any of our live streams, we've talked about what we think COVID will do to this rookie class, and we think it's going to take time for these guys to get up to speed. And the way that Baltimore uses these running backs, JK Dobbins could be very quiet in his rookie season, may start to come on as the season goes on, and we could be wrong. Maybe he busts on the scene as an immediate impact, but we just don't see that. We see Ingram being the guy who gets very similar stats to what he got last year. We can't forget that Lamar Jackson is going to be heavily involved. This team pounds the rock, and they use it from so many different ways. Gus Edwards is still on the roster, going to get some love. Justice Hill is a guy that they drafted in a position last year that they expect to get something out of. This is not something that is going to just be a one-man show. So if you are a redrafter and you're looking to get a running back from this backfield, and you're not getting Lamar Jackson, the quarterback, it's got to be Mark Ingram. He's going to be the guy to own in 2020. Some of these other guys will get some action, and there'll be some weeks that it drives you crazy because they get big plays or get some love in the passing game, and some things happen there. But Ingram's going to be the most consistent of all these guys when it comes to the production. We do have a situation where there could be some cannibalizing going on. Edwards and Justice Hill could eat into Ingram, could mess with Dobbins. It's going to be tough. So what we recommend is picking the most consistent guy. We know that the Ravens run a league high 16.9% of their plays out of that 22-man personnel package. So what that's going to tell you is there's going to be a lot of opportunities. There's going to be a lot of rushing attempts. And even if they come close to the 3,200 yards on the ground they had last year, that spells success for a couple of guys. It's going to get, obviously Lamar's going to get his, and Mark Ingram are going to kind of be the top two. And then we're going to see these other guys come in. Obviously Dobbins is the most dynamic and the most dynasty relevant of these running backs. Long term, he's probably going to be a much better asset to hold, but for redraft purposes in 2020, Ingram's the guy to get. And the nice thing for you redraft guys is Ingram's going to fall because everybody's nervous who's going to be the running back. So you're going to get Ingram slightly later, and you're still going to get probably more like a weekly RB2 type guy. Could be a mid RB2, maybe even low end some of those weeks where some of the other guys pop off. But we think Ingram's going to be the guy to own for 2020, and yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. If you want a running back in Baltimore, non-name Lamar Jackson, go get Ingram. Let us know below. What do you think? Is Ingram a 1,000-yard rusher? Is Ingram relevant this year? Hit us up. Hit us up over on Twitter, Roto Heat Fantasy. Hit us up in our Facebook community and our Discord channel where we talk redraft, among other things. And let's keep this conversation going.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.